Hello and welcome everyone to a brand new Pokemon Go PvP video. I have a very special feature today because I personally believe that NHoff is the greatest Tapu Fini player in the world. I don't think anyone can hold a candle to her, and her plays speak for themselves, as we saw a few short weeks ago. NHoff taking that second place finish in the Play Pokemon Regional Championship in Peoria, Illinois, which means she earned her invitation to Worlds, and she took 3 of the Pokemon that she used on her regionals team into the Go Battle League. We have the Galarian Stunfisk in the lead with the standard moveset of Mudshot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. We have Kofagrigus here with Shadow Claw, Dark Pulse, and Shadow Ball. And then gotta have some Fini. Tapu Fini is the third Pokemon with Water Gun, Surf, and Moonblast. Let's check these battles out. As you can see there, NHoff has funny names for each of her Pokemon. Let's see what she has in store for us here. We've got 5 games. Apparently, she did pretty well in this set. Let me know down in the comments how many battles you think she's going to win. This is a tough lead here. Shiny Diggersby, 2 ground-type Pokemon, but we've seen Diggersby just take neutral damage from those Earthquakes, whereas it's dealing super effective damage with its own. Earthquake coming through here from the Galarian Stunfisk, and we see the first one land. It's actually a CMP tie as well, which is good news for NHoff. You don't want to allow any extra mud shots. Does call the Earthquake as well. Could have easily been a Fire Punch bait. Trying to go up here for another Earthquake, and it looks like the Diggersby did not trigger a charge to a priority there, actually throwing the extra mud shot instead. Does shield up the second Earthquake though. NHoff needs to decide what to do. This looks a little bit tough. Gonna no shield here a potential Earthquake, and it will be the Earthquake. Trying to get to a move, doesn't even get the Rock Slide. Got to come in with the Tapu Fini here, deal some super effective water guns, but Diggersby is just so thick. It can take so much damage, and another Earthquake gets fired off. Oh my goodness, in comes a Frostlass here. I've seen a common team in Go Battle League, which is Diggersby, Frostlass, Skarmory. If that's the case here, there's still a lot of play. Surf does connect with that Frostlass. Tapu Fini staying in here, trying to get up to another Surf, but can't quite do it. Do you let it all on the line? And you do. Coming in with the Kofagrigus, looking for the Shadow Claw down, can't quite get it. That Frostlass has some pretty solid IVs. This will be the Avalanche, but you need HP on the Kofagrigus here. Third Pokemon gonna come out here pretty shortly, unless that Diggersby is the one. Oh my goodness, this is actually very tough because Diggersby has so much HP, and these Shadow Claws are resisted. Fire Punch just to get fired off here. Very curious why we didn't see a Earthquake there. Maybe thinking the Kofagrigus would reach a charge move priority. Does opt for the Fire Punch instead, but it's Medicham in the back. Now Dark Pulse is just a little less energy than Shadow Ball, so I thought we'd see the Dark Pulse bait, but we don't. Go straight for the Shadow Ball. Kofagrigus trying to put this Medicham in the coffin, can't get it on that first one. Maybe has one more shot, but here comes a Psychic from the Medicham. Kofagrigus hanging on and pulls the trigger on the second Shadow Ball to get the KO. What a wild game number 1. Whoa. Jumping into battle number 2, let's see what NHoff can do, because that first lead was really tricky. Kofagrigus just barely surviving made that matchup close. Galarian Stunfisk lead into Dragonite. This used to be very clean, but with superpower, this is a little more dynamic. And we don't get an instant swap, actually. It takes about 6 mudshots or so for Dragonite to reach that Dragon Claw, and then only an additional mudshot after that to get to the superpower. So throwing the first Rock Slide and the Mudshots are not going to KO, so you have to throw at least 2 charge attacks. Might be a charge move priority, but if it isn't, that's tough news for our trainer here, NHoff. Dragon Claw bait, and it was a charge move priority. Really great there to throw right when that charge attack was ready. Dragonite staying in the matchup here, trying to get to another charge attack. Can it reach the superpower? Going for the Tapu Fini. Opponent stays in for a moment, goes for the Skarmory. This is a weird team, right? Dragonite in the lead, very weak to Charm and Ice, but I guess you have your Skarmory there to clean up against those 2 typings. Do you have a triple flyer team? Is this Dragonite double steel? What in the world can this be? We see the Surf getting fired off here by NHoff's Tapu Fini. It does draw that final Protect Shield away, which is a good sign. Maybe weak to Tapu Fini in the back. Gonna no shield this Sky Attack here. I don't think Tapu Fini gets another charge attack though. It's gonna be very close. Oh my goodness, can't quite do it. Almost lived with just 1 HP, but couldn't quite pull it off. You see the Galarian Stunfisk come in here against the Skarmory. This matchup actually isn't that bad for Skarmory, but we see the counter swap into the Dragonite. Oh my god, did she catch his superpower? Okay, it's just Dragon Claw, but still, that's really, really hype. It looks like Dragonite's going to fire up another Dragon Claw here. Going to take it on the Kofagrigus and save that final shield. But the Dragon Breaths and the double Dragon Claw really added up. Coming in with a Bastiodon now. Oh, this is a little bit tough. She's going to throw the Shadow Ball here, and I do like the timing there on the throw. When an opponent switches in or brings in a Pokemon, it offsets your turn counter by 1 turn, and we do not get a second charge attack, but Galarian Stunfisk has some stored energy. Going to be forced to shield here, which is a little bit tough, but you have to keep in mind as well, this resets the turn cycle. Now this Bastiodon needs at least 6 more Smackdowns, switches into Skarmory, trying to catch a move or get off a move of its own, and NHoff says, no, thank you, not today. Going for the Earthquake, NHoff going to sweep with the Galarian Stunfisk. This is just more proof, right? Another reason why Galarian Stunfisk is the top steal. Heading into game number 3 here. Again, we only have 1 set and we are 2-0 so far, leading right into that shiny Frostlass. Very solid matchup here for the Galarian Stunfisk because that Rock Slide does deal that super effective damage, and it also paces a little more quickly than the Frostlass, so I definitely think the advantage here is in NHoff's favor. Coming through with the first Rock Slide, does not get shielded, but just like we saw in that previous game with Dragonite, Mudshot's not going to be enough to KO here, so you have to throw another charge attack. Avalanche drops on top of the Stunfisk, going for a second Rock Slide here. Do we see a Protect Shield on the Frostlass? I suspect we do, and we do. Frostlass might be looking for the double Avalanche here, though. Does not trigger the CMP tie, though, allowing NHoff to reach her second Rock Slide, but actually gonna no shield here. Coming with the Kofagrigus, looking for the Shadow Claw down, and twice in this set, this Frostlass has survived the Shadow Claw onslaught, and twice we have shielded Avalanches. Coming in here now with the Registeel. This is actually a pretty good look, right? Because it can't hit this Kofagrigus for super effective damage. You have Zap Cannon, potentially Flash Cannon, and you definitely are not going to throw a Focus Blast, but you keep the Registeel away from the Tapu Fini, which is very solid. We see Frostlass and we see a Steel type. A lot of this would indicate Frostlass double Steel, but instead Swampert comes in here going straight for the Shadow Ball. I don't know, this is interesting. She's the Tapu Fini master, so I'll let her play speak for itself, but she does take away that shield. Maybe could have reached for that Tapu Fini earlier. We're gonna look for a Surf here, but now the Swampert has enough energy for the Sludge Wave, and it will be Earthquake, which does get shielded up here. Now this Swampert's actually a little bit low. I don't think the Surf is quite enough to secure the knockout here, but it is going to be close, and those Water Guns just pew 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 pew. Oh, it is enough. Wow, she knows her Tapu matchups for sure. Coming in with that Registeel here, going to go ahead and fire a Surf. This for sure will not KO, but oh, it almost does. And look at those Water Guns. Wow. Heading into the next battle here, let's see if NHoff's Tapu Fini can double KO another team here in this next game. Let's check it out. We got a Galarian Stunfisk versus the Purified Sableye. All right, very, very neutral matchup, like incredibly neutral. I can't even express how neutral this matchup is, but it looks like the Sableye is going to get to the foul play first and deal some meaningful neutral damage here to the Galarian Stunfisk, but it was a charge of priority. Great CMP tie here. Building to the Earthquake might threaten a shield, but does not. Sableye has real nerves of steel here. We're going to look for another Rock Slide on the charge of priority. I think you need to shield here if you want this move, but she doesn't shield. Galarian Stunfisk does hang on. Incredible patience and control there from NHoff, trying to get the shield advantage, I suspect, and she does. Reaching right for the Tapu Fini, comes in with Abomasnow. This is a little bit tough, but the ace in the hole here is that you do have 2 Protect Shields. Could potentially be Energy Ball, so it's going to shield this up, and it will be the Weather Ball bait, but Tapu Fini is known for its hard-hitting Moonblast, going for the Surf bait, trying to put the fear of the Moonblast into the Abomasnow, and it worked! Abomasnow quaking in its green boots down there. We're going to see a charge attack come from the Abomasnow. It will be the Weather Ball again! Oh my goodness. NHoff calls the Weather Ball, can't quite get to the move. This has been another Weather Ball. She resists it, and she does. Tapu Fini trying to silence the Grass and Ice type Pokemon with the Moonblast here, and here it comes. Got him. Looking for the Kofagrigus now. We do have the Wall Rain. This is a very interesting team. Double Ice in the back, if you could imagine. Gonna see a charge attack come through here. Will be the Icicle Spear. In all these neutral situations, you want to go, oh my goodness. Oh no, this is so bad. Excuse me. I got like sidetracked there. Coming in with the Sableye, throwing the foul play on the charge of priority. Maybe misjudging there the energy on the Sableye, but does use a Protect Shield, get to the Dark Pulse, and we do not see an undercharge, going straight for the knockout because those Shadow Claws are super effective. Oh my goodness, what? I'm not sure what this Walrein is trying to do, but it builds up all this energy, doesn't try to KO the Cofagrigus, and allows the Shadow Ball through, plus some more. It's actually very weak now, down within maybe one charge attack or fast attack worth of HP. Coming in with the Stun Fist to absorb this charge attack. This is going to be really close, but NHoff maximizing the one-turn Water Guns, brings in the Tapu here, and even though it's resisted, she cleans up with 2 Water Guns. This is the last battle of the video. So far, we are 4-0. Let's get some Tapu Fini hype going on in the comments down there below. We do see the Glaring Stunfisk lead into the Walrein. Whenever you see a Walrein, you can expect the Trevenant will be on the other side. So I think that playing this matchup out, it has to be very measured, very careful how you approach this battle. See the Icicle Spear. Oh my goodness, she makes so many calls here, calling that Icicle Spear, going for that super effective Rock Slide here against the Walrein, reaching for another one here in just a moment, and gets there. That 5-4 old Walrein versus the new 5-5 Powder Snow Walrein, it's so tough to match up here because you would have gotten to that second Icicle Spear faster. Gonna no shield again. Just happy with that shield advantage and the closing power of the Tapu. Switching right in, it looked like another Mud Shot on the opposing side, but I did not see a Pokemon's name. It will be Swampert going straight for the Tapu Fini here as well. Got to shoot up those sludge waves, right? You don't want to take an earthquake either. Just have 2 protect shields, so you might as well start using them, but this could be a bait, and it is huge bait from the Swampert, but isn't enough to make a difference. Getting that Swampert down right into Surf range. This was enough for Shadow Swampert, isn't enough for the regular, and we're not going to find out yet because the protect shield does come up. Do we see a protect shield from NHoff here? I don't think we do. It's another Hydro double baits. Hey, you might get lucky. You might get fortunate here against NHoff to bait one time with Hydro Cannon, but not twice, not even 3 times. Come on, be real. It looks like the Water Guns are adding up. Can't quite get there. Recognizing Swampert will reach its 4th Hydro Cannon, has to fire off the Surf. Now Tapu comes in against the Alola Ninetales, can't quite get to a charge attack, but you do have a protect shield in your back pocket. Coming in with the Stun Fist here, trying to get to the Rock Slide. Oh my goodness, a monstrous catch here onto the Walrein to keep that Alola Ninetales around. But the bad news is Cofagrigus is fully healthy now and can reach for that Shadow Ball at any moment. Charm does come through there. We do see the Shadow Ball from the Cofagrigus. A lot of damage coming through here, looking for the Shadow Claw down, and the Coffin is about to collect another Pokemon. Oh my goodness, here comes a Weather Ball. Not enough. 2 Shadow Claws might do it, but another Weather Ball coming through here first. Cofagrigus is so bulky, it can tank the damage, and it does. 2 Claws, that's it. That is a 5-0 here from NHoff, who I think is one of the best, if not the best, Tapu Fini players in the world. Make sure to go ahead and give her a follow on Twitter. Make sure to keep up with her as well, because she is going to Worlds in Yokohama next year. No telling what's going to happen, but if there's a Tapu Fini, I bet I know the trainer that's going to be using it. See you in the next one.